Karma Yoga, the science of
work.
work. Science how to do perform work. This book, all we know, this is Swami Vivekananda's Karma Yoga. And he has actually, Karma Yoga is a philosophy which the whole Gita started with that Karma Yoga. How to do karma and make it a yoga. But what we do, every karma is a bhoga. Bhoga means not enjoyment always, pain also. Karma becomes enjoyment rarely. When you like that karma and you are given to do that karma and you are very pleased with that. But most of the time karma does not bring that type of joy, rather sometimes karma becomes a little troublesome, irritating, and feeling some sort of disgust about the things we do and we don't enjoy. Normally we say, I hate this job in our day-to-day life. And sometimes karma is such that where I am pushed, I don't enjoy that. Not only enjoy, rather I prefer not to do that. But life demands those things to be done. And when we are put into that situation, how can we be free from all these aversions and anger and frustration? That is the science of karma, performing karma. Karma is always as is defined. What is in scientific term, karma is what? Karma is what is equal to W equal to force into distance. Force applied, how much force you apply, and how much distance is got. That's called karma. If there is no movement, then there is no karma. That means you are putting some effort in your office, and if they don't see any result, then they will not say that you have done anything. They want some progress or any movement towards that. But according to science, karma, the work done is equal to force applied into distance. It should be, if the friction is zero, then it will go on, the force you applied, it will go on infinitely in same full pound of power or whatever you have given. If push you have given, that intensity will move on all through. So that's why friction free. And when friction free, then it moves on and on and on with joy. But our work is always how much is the friction. What is distance production, and the distance moved is sometimes not any remarkable because friction is too much. And friction is to how to reduce that friction. That is the science of karma. How we can reduce friction in our actions. When you do any action, you do your action in your office, you do action in your home, you do action in your even ashrams. It becomes should be always free and it should move easily. And progress is much more. But when friction comes everywhere, the growth, the speed is reduced, and not only that, the reaction comes, and karma, instead of bringing joy, it brings suffering to us. So the science means how we can adapt certain technique so that the friction becomes zero. But can the friction be zero outside? Outside world is like that. It will work in the same way. Then again the question is that where the friction can be, how we can reduce the friction, the world will change for me tomorrow? No. Your workplace, everyone will be Sattvika person, honest and dedicated, and say, ha ha ha, you are so great, everyone will appreciate you. No, that is not going to happen. But then how we can find some means, ways and means to make this friction free. The friction can be freed not by external anything. If it happens, that's God's grace. Some people are having wonderful work environment, everyone is really caring each other. That you see, that place becomes a joyful work. Then the production of the work becomes tremendous, growth becomes tremendous. Suppose any company where everyone is a participant in the profit and they are dedicating their whole energy and to the goal to be reached, and they make the greatest money, and everyone gets shares their benefit. So in our life, this is very important that how but it is not so for all the time. Some fortunate person may have this wonderful environment that is helping them, so that work is becoming a source of joy, peace, happiness. But in most of the cases, it is not so. In home, in workplace, in society, in any place, even in spiritual organizations, this friction comes. So where is the friction and how can you reduce? That is the karma. That means yoga. Here comes the greatest philosophy, and Swamiji Gita says very simply, what is that? Karmani eva adhikaraste. A very oft-quoted verse. Karmani eva, in karma, eva, only, you have the adhikar, you have the access. You can do karma only, finish. Yeah. Karmani eva adhikaraste, no paleshu kadachana. Not in its results and fruits. So, karmani eva adhikaraste, we, in our own capacity, what is within our reach. You can do the work with the best motive, best attitude, and with your applying your greatest input. As you are students, you can offer your full mind, study best, and do everything what is you can do. You do it optimum. Karmani eva adhikar. That is your adhikar. Adhikar means it is your, what adhikar will be translated?
Right.
In English it's right.
Privilege. Privilege. Or right means, yes, right, you have the right to think, not something else. That also may be another meaning. But adhikara means?
Authority.
Authority,
adhikar.
Authority. Expectation.
No. No, adhikara will be competence. Your competency is in your only performing work. You are competent only to perform. That is your competency. And so, suppose you want to get admitted into some school, they have the adhikara. What is your competency? What is your achievement, previous achievement that you are entering into this course? Shall we select you or not? It depends on your efficiency or whatever your performance. So, or rather we can say in performance, you have to give your whole heart and soul to the performance of the activity. That is your right. You have no other right for anything else, because the rest of the thing is not in your hand. And suppose you are all studying well and you paid your full attention and everything, but what the result will come, that you do not know. Sometimes it should come good, but it does not come. So, that result is not in your grip. But in your grip is, you can perform the what you are doing. So, pay attention. Swami Vivekananda said that pay attention to the means, and will take care of itself. Suppose you are driving, so suppose you will go to Houston today. If you start from here and being in the car, start jumping and howling, hey, this road is so much crowded and these people are cutting me, this, that, fighting all the time. You can agitate yourself and make your life more miserable. Karma bhoga. But you can see, what? The car is standing, let me start chanting something. Okay, let me have some beautiful music. This is a good time, I cannot do anything. Let me enjoy this time. We can do that. We can enjoy. We can make that moment very happy. But we do miserable thinking, I'm getting late. Every time watching the, every 1 minute, how many times you can see, watch your clock. That clock does not stop or does not move. It moves in its own rhythm. So, our restlessness mood is disturbing the joy which we could have enjoyed. But we focus your attention on the driving. Whatever you have to do, take care of best effort. And then, can you not relax? Can you not enjoy? But you know how people fight with each other in the freeway. Not in here, but in Los Angeles we find 4 or 5 lanes and it's going, one is cutting here and doing, and sharp, and this and that. It's making difficult for others. And you may get mad with them, or you say, oh my God, that guy is coming, okay, let me give space for him. Let it go. No? So you can enjoy that. And it is all psychological. When we are driving, we think that 20 cars have passed you, and then you feel agitated to move into that lane. But after 5 minutes, you find that those 20 cars are again at the back of you, and you are ahead. Why this lane moves fast and this lane stops? God knows, I don't understand. I try to think about that. But you have no control. But we don't gain much. But the point is that we become restless, we become full of anxiety, worries. We are not adding anything, but we are creating trouble for ourselves. So this is called the science or secret of performing, secret of driving. Driving is that you pay your whole attention to driving. You don't have, people sometimes do fast driving, and what happens? Suddenly a car will catch you and pull you down. So you thought that you made 10 minutes ahead by speeding, jumping into any speed you like, and cutting all the people and making everyone's life dangerous. But you got caught, and then you give 15 minutes time. He says, did I do anything wrong, sir? And with all these long arguments, you try to put yourself. And then afterwards, you get a ticket. And then you want to contest that, go to the court. So afterwards, you see what benefits we are getting, or just not focusing on the work. So that's why this is science is that, can we adapt certain internal device to keep the mind in peace and joy? We will do work. It is not for that people we are talking who have no attention to the work. We are not saying that a student not studying will get a good grade. I am not saying that. But a student or anyone in the job can do the best possible thing one have to do, the maximum. That's why attention should be on work. Attention would be to fulfill the mission. But when we think too much, say it's a very common question. If I have no goal, then how can I function? No, the goal should be there. But that goal, we need not have to think of the goal. First fix up the goal. Find out the means to reach that. And then forget about the goal. Just drive. Pay attention to the means. Does it make sense? Goal is to be fixed. But if you think of the, suppose I am thinking here, I'll be in Houston Center by this time, and thinking, sitting here, only thinking. goal, 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 goal. And the car is sitting there, I am sitting there. Huh? Will I ever accomplish the result I am thinking of? It's useless thinking. So goal is necessary. You have to fix a goal. People misunderstand when we say don't look at the result, meaning that I should not have to have any goal, I will not be efficient in my work. These are all wrong concepts. Shuchi Daksha, Udashino Shuchi, the Gita suggests, you should be very efficient to perform any action, and it will be fully equipped with the tools you need. That means your mind should be sharp, your intelligence should be very clear, understanding is there, goal is fixed. Use all the tools you have within your reach, and then focus on your action. And the result, whatever will come, that will come. You need not have to think the result, why the result is not coming. You need not have to think about the result. Result will follow you. If one can do with a total attention one work, not looking at anything, but fixing the goal and to reach that target, and then only paying attention to the means, end will come, the best end will come for that person. Because his mind is not distracted, neither in the result, neither in diverting the attention with not doing my duties, but totally focused. That is the secret. That is the secret we have to learn. And what happens then? Then less of your reactions. As much less reaction, so much joy. You expect, you are driving in a car, you expect that there will be some people will be like this. You have to expect it. But we see everyone will be a saintly person, everyone will behave the proper way one should. So suppose what is the purpose of the police, patrolling police? Their job will go away tomorrow. Just withdraw all the police from the street, see how people behave. In the freeway, suppose every Monday is declared that there will be no police supervision. So what will be the reckless situation in the freeway then? Everyone knows, I may be caught anytime. Though they know, but still I don't see anybody. Let me speak. That's a human nature. But you gain, ultimately you don't gain much, though we know, but still we do that. My point is that here Karma Yoga teaches us you should be efficient, Shuchi, Daksha. Daksha means very, Shuchi means pure in your intention, and Daksha is the efficiency. Udasina, but you are detached, you are focused on your work, you detach from your result. The best result follow you. Suppose for a realistic point, suppose there are 5 people working in the same department, given the same work. One person is focused on what is the target, what to achieve, and then pay attention, find out the means, and pays 10% mind on the means to follow, and works hard with concentrated, focused mind. And other 4, who is always thinking, oh, how can I reach this? Think, worries, anxieties. A part of the mind, instead of being focused on the action, get distracted. As a result, efficiency, that person who is doing it full efficiency, not thinking of even any result, what happened it will happen. I am doing my best. If that much focus is there, who will attain the quickest and best result? What our normal sense will teach us. That person who is totally focused in the action will have the best result because his mind is not distracted. If it is 100 units of mind, 100 units is given in the work and one pointed work, then result must have to come. So we are not to cry for the result. Result will come out of its own. Why do we spend our time in always thinking about achievement? But you have already targeted that I will do this, accomplish this. And that accomplishment will bring its good effect or what is to bring. So can we do that? That we should fix a goal in every part of our daily movement. Can we really pay our total attention to the work, to the means, and forget the end? First fix the end. And how to reach that end? Fine. Use your brain, use your intelligence, use others' suggestions, take every point and fix a direction. And then start moving on that. Finish, that much. That is called the science of karma. Then karma becomes a joy. Because I am to do, I am doing, finish. And another thing, when you do some karma, we have our likings and dislikings, our karma. Yes, there will be some special thing which we like more, which is more easy for me, but maybe some other job is not, I am not that efficient. But in our karma yoga theory it says, you are not to judge. Whatever is given, do that. You will be surprised, this is our Ramakrishna order, trains us in such a way that you cannot say no to that. You are given to what you do. I never did any accounts, and I never did any balance sheet or anything. Nowadays, what is that? In the one software is available. What is that?
Accounting software.
QuickBook. Yeah. Now QuickBook. Just you enter that, and it automatically does this receipt, payment, accounts, expense in there, and balance it. All is coming quick. No. But in early days we used to do ledger book, cash book, entry here, entry there, then balancing, and audit period has come, we'll have to check. So sometimes it fell upon me, 4 or 5 years I did. I have no background, but you are given to work, finish. You now find out. Likes or dislikes is not the question. Some of our brothers who have the engineering background, maybe civil engineers, they just thought that I shall be now become a monk, and I shall be going in meditation and scripture and this and that. And because he has this skill in the civil engineering, some construction started, he is given that one. Then he feels at the beginning, oh my God, I wanted to be a monk, not to do that. And that is falling upon you. Yes. What comes upon you, that is your duty. And just it is the Lord's work. Think that way. God has given you to perform. And you may know, may not know. You do your best. And you learn it. That's why our many sadhus are all around you. You ask them to cook, they will be good cook. Ask them to sing, they will be good singer. Ask them to talk about the philosophy, talk about the highest philosophy, talk about devotion. They will be creating a mood of devotion that you will cry for God. They work, perfect work, how work can be done. They do anything. You cannot find any fault in that organizing the work. They will keep their desk. If you go to the desk, you see that probably how they keep the desk all the time that way. That means perfection in their active life, perfection in their meditation. Anything given to them, they assert that. Because as Swamiji's idea I was talking about yesterday, Vivekananda said that we have power. And that power is the power of concentration. If we train our mind to concentrate on any subject, and then it is like flashlight, I give the example, and the night time you are moving, if the flashlight spreads all through, you cannot see things more detailed. But when it is made a focus, now you want to see this corner, you focus it here, you will find what is there. You move it into this corner, so you move it from your any action given to you, you pay your whole attention, you will be the best to do. You have to learn that. Of course, everything we are not coming out of our background that everything we know, but we can develop that skill by focusing the mind and then applying with this attitude, I will do my best, and that is my hands off. Result, what will come? Okay, I accept that also. Yes, you are asking.
Sometimes we do our best to perform the job with attention at everything. I pushed myself towards the end. But at the end, we don't get the results. We don't get the results what we expected. Sometimes that affects your karma, your work next time. How do I?
That's why I'm saying the result is not in my hand.
Yes, but if I don't get the expected results, that affects my karma in future.
Yeah, that is here is my point. Here is the point, science of karma and yoga. That will be the natural outcome. I did my best and I performed with efficiency, total focus. I am really sincere, and other people not doing that, they are by cunningly or doing something, they are getting in the way. They are because they are crooked. But even they get that, they may be momentarily, temporarily happy, but it will have its action and reaction. It will come sometime in their mind. Whereas we can do the best we can do and think, yes, there are many factors. Many factors to reach the accomplished result. Yes, there are people in the world, sometimes good people are always not rewarded. Rather, those who are very, survival of the fittest, or loudest, not loudest. Those who can shout and howl, though there is reason, though there is work, we found out the work, we did that work, researched it, and we found the best possible way. All of you have experience. Yes, I have experience, you have experience. But what should be ours? Shall I cry and weep? No. I should have this yoga. I will be cheerful as I worked with all efficiency, and I was cheerful. Whatever result has come, okay, let it be. But I will follow my principle, and I will reach the goal. And that detachment, that is your spiritual goal. Material goal, temporarily you may be defeated. Temporarily you may be looked as fool. See, he worked so hard and see, and I not doing, I manage. Okay, that's good. For you it is good. For me it is good that I am honest, I am sincere, I paid my own attention. And if you bring God into the equation, I didn't do for my boss, I didn't do for this man or that man. God's what I am doing. God has given me some talent. I am returning that talent back to Him. And oh Lord, take care. So whatever good bad, I accept it. But I will continue. One day you will be rewarded. Maybe not that in place and other place it will be like that. But who gets the job? Freedom. Honesty. Honesty has its own power. I did my best. There is a greatness in my heart. I am full. But those who are not truthful and in different diverse ways creating this type of thing, they may win for the time being, but they will repent sometime in life.
Swami, I appreciate all of that, and I think most people who have been in business have approached that. But when you get to that spot where you're blocked and you've done your best and you've worked and you offer it to Mother, you say, okay, I did my best, I can do no more. But for me, I find it very hard to leave it there. It comes back. I think, why is that not done? What? I have trouble letting go.
Yeah, but trouble letting go. But suppose, we should try again. Maybe. But we have to understand these are the factors. These are the frictions. Otherwise, what would have been all joy for everyone? And they are not spiritually progressing, whereas you are spiritually progressing. If you have the guts to just ignore that, whatever happened, I did my best. And see, still I shall explore whether I can do it, not keeping my mind very free. I have tried, I am trying again. With the Gita's verse I quoted yesterday also. Not to accomplish anything in our life, 5 factors we told, no? Remember 5 factors I talked about. What is that Gita suggested? One? Who remember?
Adhisthana.
Eh?
Adhisthana.
Adhisthana. Adhisthana means the body. You need one body, no? To this body I perform. Tatha, then next one? Karma. Karta. I. I need a body, and in that body there should be somebody who said I, and I will do this, no? Tatha karta. Karanam cha prithak vidam. Then you need many tools. Your hand, feet, eyes, ears, brain, and other tools also to accomplish that one. No? And then, Vadhishthanam, Tatha Karta, Karanamcha, Prithak Vidam, Vividhascha, Prithak Chesta. Here comes. Chesta means effort. Effort of various types. I will try this way, as you are saying. I don't want to accept that. Yes, I tried this way, it does not work, let me try another way. Let me try another way. But I am not giving up. Okay, I'll try. And if ultimately all these things, fifth part is the giving it to God.
Detachment.
It says just give it to God. Though even God's grace or God's will. If God's will, see, look at that. Swami Vivekananda was standing before the temple in Amarnath. After coming back, no, in Kashmir, there is a temple called Kshir Bhavan. That was Holy Mother's temple. And the Muslims, naturally, that is their good job. Always they are proud of doing, destructing that temple. And Swami Vivekananda was so much emotionally struck. He said, oh, what's that? No. Human personality here could stop this wretched action. Had I been there, I would have stopped. He's a good lover of mother and saw the desecrated condition of the temple, roof and everything is gone. It is only like a pond and the mother's image is there. Not even a roof over it. And naturally he was very moved. But instantly, see, for him, and it's a lesson for us, he heard a divine voice that mother said, and said that do I protect you or you protect me? See, Vivekananda is listening to this voice who has just charmed the whole world as it were. That strong personality under the guidance of Ramakrishna or Holy Mother, Divine Mother, who has said and guided him to come in this country and arouse the whole of India, no? And that person is listening a voice, do I protect you or you protect me? And next word, if I wish now, I can have a 7-story golden temple just now. And that voice when he heard, you see, Vivekananda totally turned a different Vivekananda. There is a beautiful letter, most powerful letter, writing that time to Mary Help. He has written that leader Vivekananda, the speaker Vivekananda, the orator Vivekananda have died. Now I am the same child, young child, used to sit at the feet of Ramakrishna and listen to his message with wonderment. And totally he transformed. That is the turning point. He's going back home. That was necessary for him to go back to his home because his work is finished here. But the point is that here what will we say? Oh, it is mother's will? Okay, what can I do? I accept it. So ultimately it is helping us to go to deeper spirituality. But yes, Gita is not suggesting that you should not make another avenue, another way to reach the goal. You try to reach that, and at the same time know whatever mother wills will happen. So this is called the secret. In one job, as you said, you are one performance, you are not rewarded. You really get mad, but you will have to say. Though internally you are not disturbed, you will have to think that is God's will. Okay, I have given it to the mother, and the mother's work, or it is Thakur's work, Ramakrishna's work, whatever you say, bring that philosophy and detach. Then you keep your peace. Otherwise you will be irritated day and night. Next day you go to the office, then before you sit, your mind is getting reactionary. What gain is for you? If you have to continue that job and you go with that anger and reaction, you are losing your balance only. So why shall do that? External situation is like that, let it be. But I have greater force in me. I can rise above it. And then go with fresh mind and do again. And you, to the boss, you are the people who have to say, yes, I should be assessed better. This is not the right type
The
of
point is you should have courage to encounter that scenario. You should not be under the rule. You should be parallel to the rule. So that you have the courage to face the scenario. Vivekananda himself also faced the courage. He didn't always accept it, what came in his life.
Now, internally accept. Again, that's why I am coming to the point. Then you go to your boss and say, see, this is my performance. I was not properly treated. So please think about it. You complain in what way, how it will be done, it will depend on the circumstances. But ultimately your mind is in peace. This is the tricky part. You can keep the mind in peace and externally show your frustration. Because this is a world. In this world you have to work and behave in the way the world works. But in your inner mind you are so peaceful that you have done your best and you have given it to God. Whatever is come, I accept. But still, outside you will have to show the face of it. Ramakrishna is the greatest example that when the snake. Snake, Ramakrishna said that lesson is that not to bite, but to hiss.
Yeah.
If you hiss that, people will think, oh, I have not done justice. There may be some reason why he is hissing. No? And if you don't do, then it's okay, they will give you, thrash you again.
Right.
Outside world, because they understand the language. You speak to a person in his language. But if you go to suppose a holy person whom you love and respect and he understands you, before you say, they can sympathize with you. So you behave differently to them, but where there is a condition, is little bit grumble, little bit, write a letter. This is my sincere work. I have done so long. See, these are the papers, these are the things I have done, and see what is my result. It should not be like that. I should be treated well. Like that, whatever way, that also you have to, yes.
So, if we see wrongdoings in society, is it okay to raise our voice against them, knowing fully well that there will be friction?
Now, that you have to think that how much is your capacity. You can keep your, first of all, it is for your spiritual growth. The whole world is always right and wrong mixed. There is no time in the history that is a perfect world. But if you think that you can keep your peace and protest and do something so that you can change that for the better, then you do. And how far you say, what you say, all you have to be very measured. And I would say, before you go to Thakur, Ma, or God, say, what shall I do? Should I protest? How far to protest? If I don't change anything, only I get irritated and mad and my night sleep goes away and I take night pill. So whose benefit is that? Is that good? No, you have the capacity, you can withstand that. Okay, I know I am willingly doing it and it should be protested up to this point. Do that first. And actually, no, the whole world is created for our spiritual development. All these odd situations have to make you great. Swami Vivekananda said. Why so much of difficulties in the world? Why so much of hurdle there? Because it gives us the opportunity to rise above that situation. Take that in a positive way. Everyone is doing something injustice. Yes. What is the lesson for me? If you say, what is my lesson here? My lesson is that I am put into the fire, a testing, how much powerful I am to withstand that heat. So how much I am becoming more greater and greater spiritual personality internally. So the karma, in a similar way, will be distracting all the time. But I will perform my karma with all sincerity, all purity in my heart, no crookedness, no planning. I love God, I am doing God's work. So this is for you, for me, everyone. It is really to look at the world. The world is not created by you. The circumstances are not created by you. You are in the middle of the situation, no? As if you have fallen into situation. Suppose you are working in one place. Suppose your job is in another place, another environment. And you are fallen into that environment because your karma or whatever has brought us together into that environment. So how being in that environment I can take the lesson and spiritualize myself. This life is temporary. Look at the ultimate philosophical idea. There is nothing perfect in the world. So always there will be some Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. And three qualities are always in conflict. Always who will, it's a competition. And if you say, when the competition is not there between the three gunas, three qualities, you see, if you think that the ball is tied with 120 degrees angle, with 10 foot-pound in all the directions, then what will happen? The ball will move in no direction. Now make it disbalance. Sattva is little more, Rajas is little less, Tamas is little less, it will move towards the Sattva. Resultant force, I am not exactly calculating. Your science will tell where this direction and with how much force it will move in what direction. So now, your Tamas is more, it will move in that direction. Rajas is more, it will move in that direction. So, you cannot think, being in the world, it will be a perfect world. Because sonar pathur bati. There may be a world, there is a golden plate made of, what you call? Stone. It may be vocabulary low, in a language you can say that. But if it is a stone, it cannot be gold.
Right.
If it is gold, it is not stone. But that does not happen here. It is always a mixture, juxtaposing. Vedanta teaches us, we see one thing for the others. Always projection, projection, projection. When there is no projection, you are a Brahman. You are a realized soul. So you have no problem. Let the world die, let the world go. What is your business? Rather, your presence will uplift the minds of other people. See, if one can stay in the midst of such turmoil, what a peace. We honor whom? Who in the middle of all turmoil can keep the face shining. And they are the people who have accomplished something in life. So, obstacles will be there, bad people, good people, honest people, sincere people, very naughty people will be there. That's the play. And why we are pushed into it? Because we have to climb above the circumstances. That is the glory of human potentiality. And now we are, spiritual dimension means what? That strength which is within, it manifests. And that manifestation, the example I give, a common example, the Emperor Alexander came to India to see, and after conquering that, what is the special thing, and went to see their sadhu, the holy man. Holy man is a naked man lying down over a rock. There is no position, nothing, no money, no position, no house, no nothing. And when the Emperor Alexander asked that, sir, I like that you should come to my palace, I will keep you with honor. And he said, get out of my way. I am having my son back. Why are you disturbing me? See, what a luxurious thing, he is having his son back. And his daring capacity to talk before the Emperor Alexander. And Alexander got immediately mad. He said, what crazy guy, he dares to say like that? He took out his sword. And as soon as he took out the sword, the holy man said, hey, Alexander, Alexander. Huh? You said, you will kill me? You kill me? The sun cannot burn me. Fire cannot burn me. Water cannot wet me. Air cannot dry me. You can do this with this body. I am not there. See, where is the courage? Where is the strength? Rising above the situation. In death, in the front of death, they become fearless.
Yeah.
So that is the purpose. Your life, my life, everyone's life will be a state. The world will, Swami Vivekananda said, world will come with a sword to kill you, but still you will hold on to the truth. So that is the achievement, accomplishment, and that is the goal of Karma Yoga. The science of karma is that through these actions, if we move in this way, and we have the enduring capacity, the holding on to truth. I know this world is Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. Okay, it is going on in Rajas little more. Today it is going on Tamas little more. What can I do? You can change the outside, you cannot. But you can change here. You change your own spring in the car.
Mm-hmm.
When the road is bumpy, you will not feel the bump. So this is the Karma Yoga, science of Karma Yoga. So that is, people get frightened when they say don't expect results. Does not mean don't pay your attention to the result, meaning if you pay attention, that much less will be your effort and focused on your action. Let your action take your whole attention, not result. And if the result ultimately even comes back, you have already mentally thought, I will not think about that. Whatever has come, it's God's will. We also say, my karma. I should got it. But maybe it is not coming, there may be some other blockage, other reason may be there. I need not have to worry about that. Let me focus on another action, another action, another action. You know, in some place we may not be accepted or may not be adored. Some other place they will accept with all adoration. And that way a person becomes more efficient and not crushed by the situations, environmental situation or situation in which we work. We feel hurt by the sentiments of people, talking of people, what others are thinking. We pay too much attention to that. We never pay attention to the other. That's why we become a slave of the situation. Actually, look at this. We may be proud, but we are slave of the situation. Can we be the master of the situation? Situation will come, but I will not be affected by that. Every day we are dying, every day we are thinking, every day we are crying. For what? I expected that he should behave like that, she should talk like that, she should not look at me like that. What are you talking about? Let them do their business. Why are you getting involved into it? Why can't you keep your freedom? Accept that the world will be like that. Someone will love me, someone will hate me. What is the problem in it? One sadhu is saying that how many people, somebody said, this you have been people are criticizing you for this and that. Then that sadhu said, that's good. Because I am loved by so much. So many people, if 500 people love me, so 10 people should criticize me. He said, it makes a balance. Why not 20 people should criticize me? But I am, that's all. Everyone is seeing through their eyeglass, no. So if someone praises you, that is their business. Someone is blaming, it is their business. Why I take it? See, that is your strength.
Give the praise and the bad thing, not associate yourself.
Yeah, don't associate. Good or bad, whatever. You do your, you keep your heart open, broad, and your spiritual thought is your spiritual thought. Go on in that. Don't get involved or affected by the situation. Sometimes we are human beings, we will be affected. Then what is the growth in spiritual life? What is the growth in spiritual life? Who gets how much affected? And that impact remains in your heart how long?
Attaining that strength.
When?
Attaining that strength. That's
Strength.
the journey.
Yeah. No, how much? Suppose somebody told me something maybe 10 years before. And I remember that. Whenever I see you, hey, in my heart, I may not say outside. You told me like that. Don't remember that. So I am clinging on to 10 years past some incident. Who has advanced in spiritual life? He forgets, she forgets now itself. What happened 5 minutes before? Oh, in the spur of moment you said something and then forgot. That's why it is called sadhu rag jaler dal. The anger, real holy man, if he has anger, it will be an instant show. Swami Vivekananda, oh my God, before him, it's very difficult to stand before him. We now adore him. Some of the disciples of Vivekananda said, somebody said that, Swami, you have seen Swami Vivekananda, you stayed with him. What a great fortune. Somebody said, better. You because, but when he speaks anything, that's the point. When he speaks anything, he gives 10% mind there. When he scolds someone, same person scolding. But at the same time, your good example is your Asheshananda Swami, and Portland Swami, Holy Mother's disciple. I do not know any devotee went there without any scolding. If they don't scold, then everyone think what is wrong to them. They expect that scolding. And no, he will be scolding like brrr, and then 5 minutes is totally gone. It is show, it is a show. It will be instant reaction. It's called a reflex action. Suppose, reflex action, you are going and suddenly you see a snake. I am an ignorant man. If I see the snake, I will jump out. No? A Brahmajnani, a knower of truth, if he moves in that way and suddenly see the snake, he will also jump back. It's called reflex action. A man comes with a gun to kill you, he will be shattered. A Brahmajnani will momentarily be shattered. But afterwards, he will come back to his senses immediately. How quickly we can go back to our inner self, that I have some dignity in me, and that is God. This body, mind, these are all running in the show of the 3 gunas. And the karma theory, sattvika karma, rajasa karma, tamasa karma. In the whole Gita it has been explained. What is sattvika karma? That karma, you remain detached from it. You do your work with efficiency, as I have talked so long, but you don't attach yourself to the result. Whatever result comes, good for me, I accept it. But that type of gives the freedom. So the reactions which happens will be, so long we live in the body, till we realize the Atman, absolutely, instant reaction will come. But difference between one person and the other person is where? How quickly you can forget your past action. You, under certain circumstances, that really you got irritated, but you forget the next moment. Like you make a mark with water. How long it stays? But you have put the mark, and by that time you've taken your hand, already air drying going on. And after some time you see that whole mark is gone. So there should be no mark in our mind. We carry these marks, and these marks are dangerous marks. And that creates animosity, anger, frustration, and we remember those bad days and we gossip on that day. What happened? It becomes deeper. I am making my own bad fortune because I am deepening my thought, reactionary thought more and more and more. One day I will have to get out of it. No one, see, when you meditate, those thoughts will come. And you have to clean the mind. No, I will not think of that. I want to think of God. No. So see, this is also realistic point. So this karma does not mean I will be like a stone. Suppose I am spiritual, means what? I will be like a stone. I don't care for anything. Someone is crying, okay, it is Maya. Someone is weeping, it is Maya. No. I am human. Swami Vivekananda said that how we become monk, we have become like a stone, heartless. You will cry more. Swami Vivekananda, when he passed away in Balloon Mount, and Swami Brahmananda, who is the spiritual son, all of them came to Ramakrishna, and so Brahmananda, who is the Brahmananda, is the spiritual son. When he came to know, they are Brahmachari, they can say, okay, the body is there, body is there. I am not the body. This is called the false Vedanta. But when he heard that Vivekananda passed away, he was in Calcutta, in the Bag Bazaar, in Balaram Bose's house.
Yeah.
And he got the message, and he instantly came as fast as he can and take a boat or do whatever, and then came and saw the Swami Vivekananda's life before his own. He, like a child, fell upon his body and cried bitterly like a child. Huh? This human aspect is there. But they quickly regain, no, Vivekananda, not the body, but Vivekananda, the principle. You love your husband, you love your wife, you love your children, but not the body, but who is in the body. They have touched that ground, they quickly go back to that. And they reconcile. But they used to cry. I have seen some Swami, very accomplished Swami, Brahmogyanis, when Swami Premeshananda Maharaj died, I said, my God, he's a very strong Vedanta personality. He taught us all Vedantic lessons, and actually he used to make Vedanta lively before us. When he used to talk, his eyes will flash with joy, and as if Vedanta is manifesting there itself. When this Premeshananda Swami died, and he was very much influenced by Premeshananda Swami, he started talking about Premeshananda day and night for 7 days. And he cried and wept like that. No? He's a human. We are not to give up our human aspect of it. But that human aspect will be there so long you are in the body and mind.
Maybe you are missing the love of those persons. You will no more get that one.
Yeah, but
that's a miss actually.
But that is the physical part. But in spiritual life, what is the physical? You have realized God, you know what is the person. You have touched behind the person who loves you.
They may not be crying that person is dead. He may be crying as because I will not get any more affection.
Whatever, we also cry. I'm saying we also cry, they also cry. The cry is natural. And that should not be understood that a knower of God will not cry or not behave like us. They will also behave like us. But their inner feeling is totally different. Our inner feeling is only the physical part or the physical connection. They develop much deeper into the spiritual aspect of it. So, detached, that is the detached love and attached love. Attached love and detached love, these are the differences.
Maharaj, is it true that Thakur, when Keshav Sen passed away?
Yeah, he prayed to Mother and cried, oh Ma, why have you taken me? Who shall I talk to when I go to Calcutta? I used to talk to him. Oh Mother, he can understand. Anyway, yeah.
I have a technical question. I ran across this word in the Gita and I wasn't familiar with it. It's Rajo Guna. R-A-G-O. J-O.
Oh, J-O and J-A are the same. Rajo, sometimes it is spelled Rajo, but it is Raja, R-A-J.
The same as Raja.
Like a Raja.
Okay.
Like a Raja. It is Raja. Raja. In Bengali sometimes they put O. Raja, Rajo. Or that is more Bengali pronunciation like that. And sometimes it may be, according to Sanskrit, if there is Rajaha, there is a Visarga, and next word, sometimes a Sandhi, conjoined sentence, it makes Rajo, O. But it's the same thing.
The same meaning.
Rajas.
Right.
Sattika, Satta, Rajas. So study well. Give your full mind, attention, and when you study, give. When you text message, full more. Give your full mind when you text message. But when you are studying, keep a cool mind in studying. That is the way of success. Swami Vivekananda said, that is the way of success. Whatever you do your whole heart. You are cooking. Whose cooking will be best? Whose mind is fully in the cooking. And if you do 50% mind there and 50% other tension, you may think, did I give the salt or did I give the salt? Did I put the spice? Oh, I forgot or what? No. So, you see, mind, how much percentage of mind, that much the product will be. In any work we do.
Yeah.
With a focused mind, that is the Karma Yoga teaches us, that if you do that focused attention in your work will be much quicker. That work which takes, suppose we do, a common example I am giving. Suppose you have to hurry. You are late and you are playing and you quickly do to try to put your socks or shoes. Sometimes you are short, you are button. You will wrongly button. Normally you don't do that. But when you are doing, that time you are doing wrong things because your attention is not there.
Yeah.
That's why Swami Bhuteshananda Maharaj, the president of our order, he has very nice direction. His attendants, some of the attendants, when Swami has to go somewhere and make him prepare for those things, because he needed every help to put the shocks and these and that, everything. But the one of his attendant was, he didn't know what to do. He will be jumping for one thing and running for the other thing. And then he has named him Sarvadevananda. You cannot enjoy. Sarvadeva means who is always running like it. And he has given his name Sarvadevananda. That means you are not a Sannasi Ananda, but you are in Ananda in a Tarva. How fast you can do one thing. We sometimes do. Here is a term, now it is used very much. It is called multitasking.
Yes.
Multitasking is possible in place. Multitasking. Multitasking is possible. Suppose you are brushing. By that time, you are brushing your teeth. You can do little something which needs less attention and you can finish that work also. But suppose multitasking, it does not work. Multitasking, that gentleman was running the train in Los Angeles and he was texting and he lost one light. And they, how many people were killed?
There's a red light.
The red light he ran to the rain.
God.
Multitasking, that does not work. Spiritual life is attention, total attention. Whatever you do, you clean the room. That is your karma yoga. They are spotless. It will be such. That is your called karma yoga. Karma yoga means you are doing anything you are doing. That will give the best result of it. People forget it. Sometimes in our idea, they say, I'm thinking of God. I'm thinking of God. No, forget God now. You are doing God's work. Just imagine this example. Bring this karma yoga idea. That your Chaya is asking to do something or you are asking to do something to somebody. I think, oh, Chaya is saying this. No. Suppose Ramakrishna is asking you, standing here, some difficult task to do. What will you do? How perfectly you will do, how carefully you will do. Will you remember Ramakrishna then? Or you focus your attention to Ramakrishna said, can you feed me some Shukta? Shuktani?
Everyone will love to do that.
But love to do is full attention. That time you forget Ramakrishna. You do his work and perfect food prepare and give it to him. Then say he will be happy. Isn't it? So this is the actual karma yoga. And everything we are doing, we need not have to see who is the boss, immediate boss, from whose mouth it is coming. I am getting the instruction from him and I am doing for him. The material boss or the earthly boss will be there. But as a spiritual seeker, we will have to see who is ordering me. It is my beloved Lord is asking me to do this job. to this mouth or that mouth or that mouth. And I forget about, I pray and pray, it is, oh Lord, your word, and I do wholeheartedly and focus my attention totally. And that is the Karma Yoga idea, and that can give us freedom. You do whatever you do, but you feel free, and you are fully blessed in that understanding. And your heart will be without any tension. After finishing the work, you will be joy, because you have done your best. That's all. When I was a student, where is she gone? Texting. Hey, listen, I'll tell a story.
She's multitasking.
No, she's sending a message. That's good. No, that's nothing. Let her do. So I remember when I was a young boy, or like that, maybe I remember a 5th grade boy or something like that, no? And then one Swami, he came from Belmont to visit the place where I used to live. And there is a Ramakrishna temple like this, and devotees used to come, and this sadhus, as I am here now, he used to be very loving to the young children, and then used to say, hey, what are you doing now? And as we said, oh, it's a very serious time up for us, no? Examination is drawing near, and then he said, how are you preparing? And Maharaj, it is so busy, you do not know how much pressure of studying, as we always say. Then he said, do one thing. When you have to appear before an examination, forget that there is any other subject to study. Suppose you have to appear for earlier days, that was our style, no? At the school ending examination, one day history, another is geography, another is mathematics. And the school ending examination or whatever you do one thing. You have to prepare that, just you think, take out from your thought that you have any other books to read. Just take that book, totally focus on that, and finish that, and go and give write your paper, whatever you have to do. Before they are also very spiritually oriented, so taught us, before you go, you don't get the question paper and just rush into answering them. Don't do that. Let the question paper come. Mentally pray, Thakur. Thakur, give me buddhi. That means he's making my mind little restful, not restless. And then he said, just then read the question paper very well, once, twice, and then mark what are easy for you to answer. See, simple tools. You first respond to those which you know very well, tick mark them. Second preference, third preference, like harder and harder and harder. At least you know that you are not done any bad, because you know the things which you can answer for. And then, after that, start your writing, praying to Thakur. And when you are ending your examination, the paper is over, don't rush. Just go your offering to Thakur. And then come back and forget about that paper. Sing and dance, do whatever you like. Don't compare, as we see. Normally, suppose in math, we compare, hey, what is the result of this? What your result has come. We compare results.
Yeah. That's what I was just doing.
Yeah, but he said, never do that. Keep your mind free.
Detach.
Because it is gone from your hand. Even if you know or don't know, you cannot do anything. It is in the teacher's hand. And it has gone out of your hand. And that actually gave me great joy in my, at least that period of time. I used to appear examination, and after that I come from that examination, I used to take out those books and notes in one side, as if it is nothing to do for my business. And then I take another subject, and that is what they are teaching, focus. Focus on one thing, and don't make your headache for what a mistake. You know, when we just go, we used to other students, I saw them. Once I remember there was a paper on surveying in engineering. So that was so simple, some question. And I have already made 80. And I see everywhere big commotion and they're fighting. and the examination is too hard and this and that. And no, see, just they're not cool, they laugh. Their brain got so much agitated and someone roused some voice, so everyone joined in that party. And so, point is that we can do much better. The same principle, to take one thing, focus on that, and do your best and transfer it to God. And then don't think about that. Result, whatever comes, I don't care. If it is bad, bad will come. But now I cannot do. And I am damaging my next examination. Most of the time it happens. If I have got some wrong I'm doing, that will affect my mind, and I will be brooding over that, oh, I have done, I have not done, why did I do that, so I should not have done this. And now your next paper is, your attention is going from your next paper preparation. So the same Karma Yoga theory, how we can apply in our day-to-day life and keep the joy. I have done my best, finish. Whatever comes, okay, thank God. So this is the science of performing karma. And never to expect that world is perfect. I will be rewarded properly. But sometimes it will not. And maybe, but I should not lose my inner joy, inner peace, and inner sanity. Because outside world will be controlling in different way. So that is the practice regularly in all phases of life we can do that. And then karma will be a source of joy. If you think that you have done for Ramakrishna, you've done, your mind is free. Somebody praises, as I said, somebody will praise, someone will say something wrong. The world is as such. So why to pay attention to that? You can do your best and offer it to God. And if people like, don't like. But you have done your best and keep your own joy inside and peace inside. So this is the, I think, idea. This is a realistic point. This is science of karma because we live our whole day, 24 hours. Maximum time goes in our karma. Either in your home or in your office or with your friends. Karma takes a big chunk of our time. Karma can be used as a bhakti, part of bhakti, sadhana. Everything I am offering. And I told you the story of the sandwich. Swami Vireshwarananda Maharaj, who was the 10th president of our order, when he came to our, we are novitiates, brahmacharis there. And some of you know novitiate asked, Swami, how can you do karma and not get disturbed? And how can we keep our mind in God? While doing karma, our mind gets engrossed. Well, okay, you do not have to do anything. You make sandwiches. It is called a Ramakrishna sandwich. One Ramakrishna sandwich, another Ramakrishna sandwich, another Ramakrishna. How? He said that, suppose you are doing something, work, you start the work with the name of Ramakrishna. And then you have forgotten to think of Ramakrishna, anything you got engrossed into it. Whenever you remember one sandwich, Ramakrishna sandwich. And then again you start your next moment and go on doing your work. And whenever you remember, again another. So, whole day, make Ramakrishna sandwich. When the beginning is Ramakrishna, end with Ramakrishna, then your life is full of Ramakrishna. So this is another suggestion, how we can make our 24 hours of life a spiritual life. We don't get any time, we are not like in old days. Time, people used to go to solitude, have time, they can relax a little. Life was very simple. They used to have nap time usually. I mean, in Italy it has, no? In the Italy. And they have also nap time now. Yeah. But our lifestyle has changed. We cannot do that. Only if you sleep well 5-6 hours night, that's enough. If you miss that, then that day is gone. So in this hectic life, what we can do? This is easier way. This is the bhakti yoga, karma yoga, and bhakti yoga, and jnana yoga, and also your dhyana yoga. All are combined. When you are doing work with full attention, you are practicing dhyana yoga. So performing karma yoga you are actually taking help of your dhyana yoga mood. Mind focused, I don't think of anything, I will do the work as best as I can. Huh? Karma yoga. Actually, if you are performing properly karma yoga, you are also doing dhyana yoga, meditation. And then suppose you are bhakti. Oh Lord, I am doing for you. It's a bhakti, sadhana. Huh? And also discrimination. Why? I am not doing for anybody. I am not pleasing anybody. My whole purpose, the goal of my life is to please the Lord. And I am doing it. Huh? So, karma, yoga, jnana, all these are combined together, blended. It brings. That's why if one can perform really karma yoga in the proper science, then actually unconsciously it is the benefit of whole yoga practices. Anyhow, anything more? No? Thank you.
Thanks.